On behalf of Atlanta's Adams Park Foundation and their Trees Alive initiative, my name is Terry Sutton with Cascade Springs Forestry, and we're here today to look at some of the challenges and techniques involved in cutting English ivy from some of these old trees that inhabit the Adams Park neighborhood. We've selected this tree right here for removal of English ivy, and the first thing we have to do is clear the site at least to 6 feet. An excellent tool for clearing is machete. We can also use other specialized forest tools like a fire rake or a Pulaski. Various types of loppers and hand pruning saw also work. Machete is used with a chopping down motion. English ivy leaves can be removed with a pruning saw or with a machete. We'll use a pruning saw. This tree's already had the vines cut once. This is probably 5 years worth of growth. Without scarring the tree. See how the machete gets right behind the vines there? And you do this all the way around the tree. And then we've got some larger vines on the back side that we'll look at how to address in just a minute. Next, we're going to cut away the larger climbing vines from the trees. And using the machete, gentle, comfortable slicing motion coming down. Notice how we're working on the smaller of the vine here, down here. The vine is of significant size. It'd be much more difficult to cut. Again, it's a slicing down motion. You don't want to cut into the tree. We're almost there. I think we're through. You can see how we've cut through the entire vine, and we're now at the bark of the tree. And you can just leave it like this. You don't have to do anything more. Oftentimes in these mature, well-established neighborhoods, the English ivy climbing vines will be quite thick. As what we have here, this is a little bit too large for a machete to cut. So we're going to use a chainsaw. Making the cut with a chainsaw, just like making the cut with a machete, you want to open up a window into the back of the vine, where the back of the vine meets the tree. where the lighter fresh wood encounters the dark bark of the tree. You can take your chainsaw and work it gently the back of the vine there until the dark bark of the tree shows up, and then you stop, and that's enough. And then you just leave it. You don't have to pull. You don't have to pull these big vines off. Often when you do it, take some of the bark along with it. But that'll be enough to slow it down another 20 years. This tree has provided us good opportunity to look at some of the challenges and techniques involved in keeping English ivy off of trees, clearing the site, making sure you've got comfortable, safe working conditions, clearing away the ivy undergrowth, cutting small vines, shaving small vines, all the way down to the forest floor if you can. And then working with the larger vines by slicing and chopping to establish a window so that you can see all the way to the back of the vine, where the back of the vine meets the darker colored bark of the tree. Same thing with a chainsaw. Slicing a window and then cutting horizontally into the tree, gradually working back until you can see the dark of the bark in contrast with the light of the vine, and going no further. You don't want to cut into the bark. That's it. And then you work around the entire tree. Then you have to do this to the entire tree, leaving no vine uncut.